Since joining Prestige over 13 years ago, initially as General Manager of Sales and Marketing and most recently as Acting CEO, some of the skills and attributes I think that are most important to bring to the role are nurturing and supporting people to build their confidence, particularly in the women here. Having someone support you, coach you and have confidence in you brings out the best in people. Authenticity as a leader, to say and do as I say and support one another. Definitely to have fun along the way and have a laugh, particularly when you're working in a stressful industry such as ours. Look for the good times and celebrate those. And listen to what the feedback is and listen and always be open to learning more. We have recently introduced a flexi work policy, which is great for working mums such as myself and allows us to balance some time working from home versus in the office. In our new workspace here, some of the things we were looking for and that were important to us is to have an area where people could bring children in if they had a day off school or were unwell. So there's a kids fun zone that they can be whilst the parents are working. And we also wanted to choose somewhere close and accessible to a childcare facility, which we've been lucky enough to do here in Moorabbin. So there's something right next door. And we have some women that work from the office and pop over to do breastfeeding with their baby and then back into the office. And that's amazing. I wish I had that at that stage of my life. I'm very appreciative of the opportunity I've had at Prestige to grow with this company and be in the position I am as acting CEO, whilst also being a mother to my 3 boys, which is my most important job. And Nick and the company has allowed me this opportunity, which I wouldn't have got elsewhere. So it's very important for me now in my role to make sure we're creating a company and culture that allows that for other women and realise that there's a point in time when your kids are young that we do need to balance both, and kids are unwell, things come up, family is always the most important. So if we can create a culture that women can work around and men, children and their partners' working hours, both for our direct care staff and our office staff, that's an important role that I'm committed to playing at Prestige. As a mother of 3 boys, I very much understand the challenges of work-life balance. And at Prestige, we're very much committed to supporting people to maintain some balance. It's something we talk a lot about with our staff, and I personally in my coaching sessions with the team, help women to rebalance. And for me, it's a continual process that you have to every so often stop and reset that when things are getting too out of balance, to make sure that you're there for your family, and that remains number one. So it's a continual review of your workload and prioritisation and recognising when there are staff in need who need those discussions and conversations of how I can support them with that, and them having the space and to be able to talk up about when there is something going on at home that we can potentially support them through and be mindful. I very much understand the juggle of motherhood and balancing a career, and I'm passionate about bringing those experiences and helping others in this industry and at Prestige work through that. The workplaces and communities, what they can do to forge that equality for women in the workplace, in my opinion, is providing being aware and supportive that there really is a juggle for women at the workplace of motherhood and the career. But it's very much possible to do them both and to be an extraordinary mum and passionate about your career with the right support around you. And that ability to speak up when you need to give that more attention to home versus work life, and having those that understand it. But reassuring women that you can do both and you can be an amazing mum and still have a career and then be a part of something and an organisation bigger than yourself, I think is really important for women to know that you can do both.